All right, everyone, welcome back to another video. We're going to take a break, little step away from our lineup and squad builders, and we are going to look at who we can get on a budget under $10. That's kind of what the videos have been for the Euros, so that's what we're going to do for the Copa, who we can get. So we're going to start off, first we're going to start off in net. You actually can take a chance on Chile in two separate categories. Not even categories, I didn't mean that. Two separate occasions, right? Obviously, it sucks that Cortez you can't actually buy. Do I think he's going to play? No. So data says he's going to be on the bench. Claudio Bravo played in the last game, came off injured, but I cannot find anywhere where or how he has been injured. And then Arias plays for Racing. I think it's Racing. Yeah. Racing Club. Plays for one of the best teams in the league. Obviously, he's their starter. He's very, very good. I play him in Contender myself. But I bought Bravo for like $7 because I don't really know who's going to play. Obviously, if Cortez plays, you're kind of, SOL. But I think Claudio Bravo is a good spot to start. We will have another goalie in this video. I'm going to have to pull him up when we get to the end here. But without further ado, Davinson Sanchez has played for Colombia. I know this says he's not going to play. However, I do think he has the ability to play. At $5, I think it's not a bad look. I made this video yesterday. Sorry, I was just trying to move myself. Made this video yesterday, and funny enough, I was talking about how Davinson Sanchez played against the U.S., a team in the Copa, and then didn't play against Bolivia. I then proceeded to say a team not in Copa, but that was silly because they are in the tournament. So I had to kind of remake this video because I sound like an idiot because I say that a ton of times. Now, obviously, the United States is a lot better than Bolivia. Colombia handled both of them, but I do think he can play. Obviously, are they all here? Yeah, so we have... I guess I have these up. I don't mean to have the teams up, but obviously I was just kind of looking. So Davinson Sanchez, good defensive option. The same as Navarro. Venezuela doesn't have a ton of left backs at their disposal. And I think Venezuela, being with Mexico, Jamaica, and Ecuador, I think have a decent chance. They're ranked very high. Them and Ecuador, I think, are kind of neck and neck. So it's going to be maybe they come out as the third. The reason I think it's a great option, for under $2, you have a card that has the ability to play 4 match weeks. You're obviously going to get the 3. That means he has to play every week. But, if he's going to be the starter for Venezuela on the left-hand side, that's not a bad idea. Pick him up for $2. Torres is a good one, only because he's got 2 sets of cards. I know he's 50% on the bench, 50% not going to play. That could be down to the fact that... Wow, I did not put these guys in order at all. Pacho and Hincampi, I think for $12. Obviously, this is a $10 kind of threshold, but I do also think it might be prevalent to maybe spend a little bit more. Like if you're going to play Pacho and you're only going to play one lineup, you get Pacho for $12, and then you buy Navarro for $1. It'd be different. It would be the same if you were going to run 2 lineups and run Torres and Davinson Sanchez is almost the same price. Anyways, moving on to a forward who I think could have a crazy Europa and actually has started to go up because he's predicted to play is Darwin Macias. Obviously, Cadiz are going down to Liga Hypermotion, so he has the ability to maybe play for gets more game time based on his Euros. I think Venezuela, like I said, will do relatively well. And again, he's a cheap option. Like for $1.20, you might lose a little bit, but you send him to a bot and you get a different card, like in a little, in a month and a half. So I don't think that's a bad idea. Obviously, we talked about these two. Jefferson Lerma for Colombia, I think, is an amazing pickup, especially if you run a cheaper squad in the Prem, or if you're just kind of looking for a card that might be an investment. Might have to go a year back based on when he's bought. Like investment, maybe he might make his way up to $10, but it could just be a card that you buy now because people might be having trouble to sell if there's a low supply. You can get a trade value in there. And then come prem time, when you want to sell this guy, he is going to be selling because the demand is so high. Next, I want to talk about Yerry Mina. When I bought Davinson Sanchez, I honestly forgot how much Mina plays for Colombia. His scores are very weird. He has the ability to score immensely, and he is great on corners. He was great on corners for Everton. He has been pretty decent on corners for Calabria this season. However, he didn't really feature a ton, especially in Fiorentina. Like, he made kind of a fast move from Fiorentina to Calabria. So, you know, he was trying to fit into his squad, new squad, and then obviously for international play, you know, he plays and then doesn't, and then it's hit or miss. But don't get me wrong, for $3, Colombia has to play somebody, right? They have to play somebody in defense. Moving on, Suazo, I think that's how you pronounce his name. For Chile, he is 100% going to start. More than likely, you're going to get a defender card that's going to play in the midfield. I don't love that. I don't mind when a midfielder plays in defense. Just based on passing stats alone, if the team's going to hold a ton of possession. But a defender playing in the midfield spot might lose a lot of duels. If they get scored on, you know, it still kind of affects it, but he's, you know, playing kind of as a midfielder-ish. And if he's attacking, you know, it's defenders scoring goals aren't the craziest thing for their points, but he is going to start, and he is $6. So, Igor Lichanovsky for Chile. He looks, and that is a super Chilean name. For $8, this is one of those cards that if you're looking for a guy who's going to play and score decent and have a chance to play in more than the 3 preliminary competition games, this is your man. We don't have him because I spent my money too fast, and we bought some cheaper options because I think we're only going to be running one lineup, and I'm kind of thinking we might have some cards that might play maybe after the first game that we had bought prior to me making this video. Now, this is a cool one. Alexis Sanchez, he's not worth $10, right? The only reason I have him on here is because he's under $10, and this is his last kick at the can. It's the same thing that I talked about in the last video when I'm building the lineup for the Euros and talking about Kroos and Modric. Like, Chile might not play him as much as those guys. I think he has definitely dropped off far more than Kroos and Modric. But I think he could feature. And I think he plays with such passion, especially him knowing it's his last go, that he'll play well. You know, he has some good AA. He does get on the ball a lot. Do I think he's going to play up top? Probably not. So he's going to be a forward in the midfielder role, controlling a lot more of the ball. Could work in his favor. We're going to go back to another Venezuelan. In Yangel, obviously for Girona, played pretty decent this year. His scores were, you know, kind of mid. He was injured a little bit. And I think Girona kind of they went through like a weird spell where, like, they would win games, right? But, like, they didn't keep a ton of clean sheets, like, kind of in, I guess, the areas where he didn't play. Like, a 4-3 win is kind of tough. 1-1 tie to Betis isn't great. They beat Barcelona, but they give up. You know what I mean? Like, they're winning good games, but they are giving up goals. But, you know, he plays internationally. He's kind of the heart of Venezuela's midfield. I don't have Sorare Data Pro or whatever, Star, whatever it's called, so I don't really know exactly how accurate this is. Let's find someone like when we look at Alvarez, right? He's a midfielder playing at center back. I think this is a no-brainer. I didn't realize this until 10 minutes ago, that he's going to be playing center back for Mexico. So, like, this card is an absolute buy. If you can buy him, yeah, okay. So, the cheapest is a midfielder. That's crazy. To me, that's very smart. I don't know how good Mexico are going to do, to be honest. But, you know, you could get him. I already have my squad. We'll actually look at it right before we go in because we have a cheeky pickup that is not part of this video, but kind of. Secondly, speaking of Mexico, we're going with Arteaga. The reason I bought him is because he plays for Monterrey and he actually scores like he plays and can score really well. And Monterrey are the best team in Liga MX. You know, they're winning a lot, and when they win, they have the ability to keep a clean sheet. Like they will keep clean sheets, so you just kind of hope he's in there when they do. So not the end of the world if he gets scored on, but he seems to have a decent amount of decisives. Like, or I guess he has had decisives for Mexico, not really, but he has played, so I don't know if he'll get in or not. But a couple more cards left before we go over. We have some Argentines. We got Montiel and we have Molina. I think it's a no-brainer. You take one of them or both for $5 and you just see which one plays. The other one, he still holds value. Like, if Molina doesn't play, he's still a right back for Atletico Madrid. You could just sell him to a bot or trade him for somebody, you know what I mean? But like this right here says he's going to play against Canada. I hope Molina plays because I don't have, or sorry, I hope Montiel plays because I don't have Molina. And then the last one, we're going to go back to Argentina, is Martinez Cuarta. I know it says he's on the bench. This is weird because these should be flipped, so that's why I just don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. Again, Johnson's more likely to play at right back than Buchanan. Buchanan can play at right back, but Johnson is a right back. So this is why this doesn't make sense and these don't make sense, right? Tagliafico's left-footed. You're going to put him on the left side. Anyways, it just depends on if Tagliafico is actually going to play because Martinez will play on that left-hand side. So, but yeah, we will quickly look at what I've cooked up for this weekend. Pretty interesting. This was kind of a, it's just a little sneak preview. We're going to have rewards, but this is our European Championship for next week. I'm also going to make probably a video on that. And then actually, I'm not going to show, nah, I won't. This is going to be the end of the video. I'm not going to show you who's in our Copa Championship. It's going to be a big reveal tomorrow when I have the video out. I want to just talk quickly about the giveaway that I've been prefacing. I've noticed that I've been getting a lot more traction on Twitter with people viewing stuff there, interacting, and then coming over here along with Reddit. So I'm going to link my Twitter. To enter the giveaway, you have to go to Twitter and follow that. It's just easier. There's a bigger pool. I don't think it's going to be fair if I'm doing giveaways and I'm literally giving it away to 2 people because in my last 2 videos, 2 people have commented versus the, maybe 50 or 60 people that have watched that just don't feel the need to comment. Whereas over on Twitter, we will get more interactions, the more people that go over, click the link, interact with the tweet. That's not saying I won't be running giveaways. I'm just not going to announce the winner until the earliest after the Canada-Argentina game. So yeah, without further ado, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, click the link, go to Twitter. Our first giveaway, I think, is Joe Hart. It's a rare Joe Hart Celtic card from 2021 because he's retiring. I was looking for cards. I noticed that he was $1. I thought it was cool. I just wanted to get a first giveaway away. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys buy some of these cards. Again, this isn't like advice per se. It's just like the writing's on the wall. These are the teams. These are the guys that are playing, who have played, who haven't played. So You can take my advice. You don't have to. I might not even do well in the tournament. So we had to buy almost all of our cards to play. But without further ado, I'm going to sign off. Presty out. Peace. Have a good weekend. Let me know in the comment who you think the dark horse for the Copa is. See you later.